Is our current energy model sustainable? Could the sun be the answer to our power needs? These are questions that have been circling in the minds of scientists, environmentalists, and forward thinkers for years. As we grapple with the realities of climate change and dwindling resources, the need for sustainable energy is more pressing than ever. Enter solar power, a force of nature with the potential to revolutionize our energy landscape. This radiant energy, gifted to us by the sun, is both abundant and renewable. It's a solution that's been right above our heads all along, but harnessing this power is not without its challenges, and that's where the true story begins. In this episode, we're going to delve into the world of solar power. We'll take you through the science behind it, the advantages it offers, and the practicalities of implementing it. From understanding how solar panels work, step by step, to exploring how many panels it takes to power a house, we've got you covered. We'll also tackle some of the common questions that crop up when discussing solar power. Do solar panels work at night? Do they need to be cleaned? And what happens when it rains? These are just a few of the topics that we'll be exploring. And the journey doesn't end there. We'll also journey across the globe, taking a look at the countries leading the way in solar power production. We'll delve into the nitty-gritty of solar power systems and components, discussing solar inverters, PV batteries, and even solar-powered water pumps. Through all this, we'll be guided by some of the most impactful documentaries on the subject, shedding light on the incredible stories of communities and individuals who are harnessing the sun's power and paving the way for a more sustainable future. So are you ready to embark on this enlightening journey with us? Join us as we embark on a journey, unraveling the mysteries and potentials of solar power. Let's dive in. First, let's understand what exactly is solar energy. At its core, solar energy is energy from the sun, but it's not as simple as it sounds. This energy is created by nuclear fusion that takes place in the sun. During this process, the sun's immense heat and pressure force atoms of hydrogen together to form helium, releasing a vast amount of energy in the form of light and heat. This energy travels through space and reaches our planet. It bathes our world in light, provides the warmth that makes life possible, and fuels the photosynthesis in plants that produces the oxygen we breathe. But that's not all. This energy can also be harnessed and converted into electricity. This is where solar power comes into play. Solar power is the conversion of sunlight into electricity, either directly using photovoltaics, indirectly using concentrated solar power, or a combination. Photovoltaic cells, commonly known as solar cells, are the tools we use to capture the sun's energy and convert it into an electric current. When sunlight hits these cells, it knocks electrons loose from their atoms. When these electrons flow through the cell, they generate electricity. The beauty of solar energy is that it's renewable. The sun rises every day, providing a virtually endless source of power. Unlike fossil fuels, which are finite and cause harm to our environment, solar energy is clean and green. It doesn't release harmful greenhouse gases or contribute to climate change. Moreover, solar energy is available everywhere, in our cities, our countryside, even in the most remote corners of the earth. As long as there is sunlight, solar power can be generated. And with advancements in technology, we're finding more and more efficient ways to harness this power. So the sun is more than just a bright light in the sky. It's a powerhouse of energy, waiting to be tapped. With the right tools and technologies, we can harness this energy and use it to light up our homes, power our industries, and shape a sustainable future for our planet. Now that we understand what solar energy is, what are its advantages? Solar energy presents a myriad of benefits that are transforming how we generate, consume, and think about power. Firstly, solar energy is sustainable. The sun, a naturally recurring and inexhaustible source of power, provides us with energy that doesn't deplete our planet's resources. By harnessing the sun's rays, we're tapping into a well of energy that won't run dry for another 5 billion years. Secondly, solar energy is cost-effective. While the initial investment in solar panels and installation might seem steep, the long-term savings are substantial. Solar panels can significantly reduce or even eliminate electricity bills. Plus, with advancements in technology and economies of scale, the costs of solar energy systems are continuously dropping. Then, there's the potential for energy independence. By installing solar panels, homes, businesses, and communities can generate their own power, reducing reliance on the grid and on fossil fuels. This autonomy not only brings financial benefits but also contributes to energy security and resilience in the face of power outages or fluctuations in energy prices. Furthermore, solar energy is clean. Unlike fossil fuel-based power, solar energy production emits no harmful greenhouse gases. It's a solution that allows us to power our lives without contributing to climate change, making it an essential part of our transition towards a low-carbon future. Solar energy also has the potential to drive economic growth. The solar industry creates jobs in manufacturing, installation, maintenance, and more, fostering local economies and contributing to sustainable development. Lastly, solar power is versatile. It can be deployed anywhere the sun shines, making it particularly valuable for remote or off-grid communities. From powering homes and schools to charging electric vehicles and even running water pumps, the applications of solar energy are virtually limitless. Solar energy isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a need-to-have for a sustainable future. With its sustainability, cost-effectiveness, and potential to drive energy independence, solar energy is more than a viable alternative to traditional power sources. It's a revolution in the way we think about and use energy. You've probably seen those shiny panels on rooftops, but how do they work? Solar panels, also known as photovoltaic panels, are the workhorses of the solar power revolution. Each panel is made up of individual solar cells, which are the heart and soul of converting sunlight into electricity. These cells are made primarily from silicon, a semiconductive material that has the ability to absorb light and convert it into electricity. Silicon's semiconductive properties mean it can both conduct and insulate, making it perfect for this process. When sunlight, composed of tiny particles called photons, hits a solar cell, it energizes the electrons in the silicon. This energy breaks the electrons free from their atoms, creating an electric current. This current, known as direct current, DC, is captured by metal conductive plates on the sides of each cell and transferred to wires. However, our homes and businesses use alternating current, AC, not DC. Therefore, the DC has to be converted to AC before it can be used. This is where the solar inverter comes into play. This device takes the DC produced by the solar panels and converts it into AC, which can then be used to power your home or business. The beauty of solar panels is that they work whenever the sun is shining. They don't need direct sunlight and can still produce electricity on cloudy days, although at a reduced capacity also. While they don't produce electricity at night, any excess power produced during the day can be stored in batteries for use when the sun is not shining. Solar panels are a remarkable technology, silently working to harness the power of the sun and convert it into usable energy. They are a testament to human ingenuity and our ability to harness natural resources for our benefit. In essence, solar panels are the silent heroes, transforming sunbeams into usable power. It's all well and good knowing the science, but how practical is solar power really? Let's start with the basics. How many solar panels does it take to power a house? On average, a US household needs between 15 and 20 solar panels to generate enough electricity. That's around a 9-kilowatt system, but remember, the number of panels needed depends on the amount of power a household uses. Now, let's talk longevity. Solar panels are designed to last for decades. According to the Solar Energy Industries Association, solar panels typically last between 20 and 30 years, and some well-made panels may even last up to 40 years. And what about maintenance, you ask? Well, solar panels are pretty low maintenance. They do need to be cleaned occasionally, but rain often does a good job of keeping the panels clean. And in case you're wondering, solar panels do work in the rain, albeit less efficiently than in full sun. They won't generate power at night, but that's where energy storage systems like batteries come into play. Speaking of weather, let's address a common misconception. Many people assume that solar panels need a sunny, tropical climate to be effective, but that's not entirely true. Solar panels can be a practical choice even in less sunny climates. In fact, some countries with significant solar capacity, like Germany, aren't particularly sunny. Now, on to the question of cost. The initial investment for a solar power system can be high, but the long-term savings on energy bills and the reduction in carbon footprint make it a worthwhile investment. Plus, there are numerous federal and state incentives available to help offset the initial costs. To wrap it up, solar power isn't just a scientific curiosity. It's a practical, achievable, and beneficial energy solution that can help us transition to a more sustainable future. Whether you're interested in reducing your energy bills, becoming more self-sufficient, or contributing to a cleaner environment, solar power is a compelling option. Solar power isn't just scientifically fascinating, it's practically achievable and beneficial. Solar power isn't a distant dream, it's a reality for many countries around the globe. In the grand tapestry of global energy, solar power has emerged as a vibrant and vital thread. It's a testament to our collective ingenuity and commitment to a sustainable future. While the sun shines on every corner of the world, some nations have truly embraced its power and are leading the charge in solar energy production. At the forefront, we find China, a veritable powerhouse of solar energy. With a staggering 430 gigawatts of solar capacity as of April 2023, China is the largest producer of solar energy in the world. The nation's commitment to solar is palpable, deploying over 30.88 gigawatts of solar PV systems just in the first half of 2022. But China isn't alone in its solar pursuits. Countries around the globe are harnessing the sun's power, each in their unique way. Germany, for instance, despite its often cloudy skies, has made remarkable strides in solar energy production. Japan, too, has embraced solar power, building vast floating solar farms that gently bob on reservoirs and ponds. And let's not forget about the United States, where vast solar farms sprawl across sun-drenched deserts and rooftops glitter with solar panels. The US is home to some of the world's most ambitious solar projects, proving that solar power can flourish in diverse climates and landscapes. It's clear that solar power isn't confined to the sunniest spots on the globe. Whether it's the azure skies of Australia or the frosty winters of Sweden, solar power is making its mark. It's a testament to human ingenuity and the universal appeal of a clean, renewable energy source. Solar power isn't just a local solution, it's a global revolution. As we continue to innovate and push the boundaries of what's possible, solar power promises a future where energy is abundant, clean, and accessible to all, no matter where we call home. Harnessing solar power isn't as simple as placing panels on a roof. There's more to the system. Indeed, a complete solar power system is like a well-oiled machine, with different components working together in harmony to convert sunlight into usable electricity. One such crucial component is the solar inverter. Think of it as the heart of your solar power system. It takes the raw direct current, DC, produced by solar panels, and transforms it into alternating current, AC, which powers most household appliances. The size of the inverter you need depends on your home's power consumption. Next up are the batteries for photovoltaic systems. These store the excess power generated during the day for use when the sun isn't shining. Lithium-ion batteries are the popular choice due to their efficiency and longevity. These batteries are designed to last between 5 to 15 years, making them a sustainable investment for the long run. But what are the best batteries for solar? While lithium-ion batteries are the most common, the choice of battery also depends on your specific needs and budget. Lead-acid, lithium-ion, and saltwater batteries each have their unique advantages, and the decision should be based on factors like capacity, lifespan, and cost. Moreover, solar-powered equipment like water pumps can further enhance the efficiency of a solar power system. These devices run directly on solar power, eliminating the need for batteries or inverters in certain situations. Lastly, it's important to remember that solar panels and their components require maintenance. Cleaning your panels and regularly checking your system's performance can help ensure it runs smoothly for decades. The right components make the perfect solar orchestra, playing the symphony of sustainability. So as we delve into the intricacies of solar power systems, we realize that it's not just about harnessing the sun's energy, it's about creating a harmonious system that works seamlessly to provide clean, renewable energy, day in and day out. So, there you have it, the power of the sun, harnessed within our grasp. We've journeyed through the world of solar energy, unraveling its vast potential and the transformative role it plays in our lives. We've dissected the workings of solar panels, the silent heroes catching and converting sunlight into power every day. We've highlighted the practical aspects, from the number of panels needed to power a home to the lifespan of these panels. We've also taken a global tour, recognizing the countries leading the solar revolution. And we've delved into the heart of solar power systems, exploring inverters, batteries, and more. Each piece of the puzzle adds up to a compelling narrative of a sustainable future powered by the sun. As we continue to explore and innovate, solar power holds the promise of a brighter, cleaner future. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more enlightening documentaries.